Hey, Robbie.
Hey,
There is a lot of technical issues today. I don't know what's going on.
dude.
So my camera is off, right?
I can see that.
For some reason, I uninstall it, which is a bit odd.
Okay.
Um, for some
Uh,
reason, the broadcast is not going on Facebook because it says this Facebook requires you to go live before. If you don't, it will delete it. But it looks like the broadcast was deleted on Facebook.
what?
Uh,
We're not live now, are we?
we're live on YouTube.
Okay. How come it's not going on Facebook then?
Anyway, Alex and that want to join. So do you mind just posting the YouTube link on? I don't know. It's all of those. I'm just sending them the link so they can join. It's always, you know what annoys me? It always happens a few minutes before we have to go live. Honestly, and I tested it. It works fine in the morning, and then half an hour before everything just goes.
It usually happens like that, yeah. Let me
I
see
send
if I
them.
can maybe have a crack at this. Maybe I can make it work on Facebook.
Not ideal, is it?
Never ideal. How have you been anyway? I know you've been to the seaside, I think. Have you?
Okay. Been trying to do a few bits here and there. Yeah, nothing special. I just sent a link to Alex and Paolo. Let's see if they're gonna join us. Yeah, I don't think that broadcast. Nobody's looking at that at the moment. But what happened there? I swear, it's so annoying. Who deleted it?
Mm,
It was all set up
I
properly.
haven't. I haven't. I promise. So is your
It's all,
camera not working at all?
yeah. No, I tried to uninstall it. Now I don't know how to uninstall it. So that's a bit weird. It just I feel like it was something with the um drivers, but at the same time there was nothing. Let me just try and fix up. 12. Okay, 12 or 10 minutes. So that'll be okay. I don't know what this thing wants from me. It looks like this broadcast was deleted on Facebook. That has never happened before. Oh, I can't create the. Yeah, for some reason it's not deleted.
What
Okay.
if we remove it and we add it again?
Pause was good.
Let's see. Let me try that.
Stu doesn't have a picture today.
Sue's camera is totally going off
Hi,
records,
Paulo.
honestly.
How are you? Oh,
Hi
you're
there.
riding.
So, yes, I will do today carpool. Look, I even have music. No?
Okay,
What do
we
you
are
think?
live on Facebook as well
Not
now.
a good idea?
How did you do that?
Um, well,
How do I do what? The
I
music.
deleted the Facebook stream from StreamYard and then added it again, and now I think it should work.
The host is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
it's
hey,
like.
don't mute my mic.
I
Well, I was trying to say
Well,
something to
where
Robbie.
should we go today? Where should we go today?
It's
On
gonna
the
be one of those
beach,
random ones.
the river, the bridge. Where you guys want to go?
Okay, just to make sure we don't promote anyone using their phones while they're driving, and I'm sure
Well, I'm
Paulo
not
has
using.
taken, I'm
I'm
sure
not.
Paulo has
No,
taken
no,
all the
no.
measurement.
I
This is gonna
Yes,
be a
I have a
problematic
holder.
one.
Okay, look. I'm going to stop. Okay, I did the blinkers on. Okay, I stopped. And now look, let me see if I can video now. There, look, see?
That's
Everything is
good.
all right.
That is very
I, ha-
responsible of you, Paolo.
I have a holder, like proper one. Now I will put the blinker to the other side to tell the cars that I'm exiting my place. See?
Ah,
Now
okay, so you're
slowly
okay.
going. Huh?
That's good. That's
We
good. How
have
are you,
music if
Paolo?
you want.
How have you doing so far?
I'm just gonna mute.
Well,
I'm muting his microphone because he's very loud.
I
I
think
am
you.
not loud. You always say that I'm loud.
Well, aren't you?
That's a lie. No, actually, no.
Oh.
Where are you going, actually, Paolo?
It's not my problem that the microphone is good. Well, I'm trying to think if I'm going to show you the bridge or the river that I have nearby. So I think I'm going to the spot I'm going all the time, which is a bridge, which is
Where is that
actually
exactly?
very good. Near my house, Portugal, Lisbon. I don't know the address
Mm.
though.
Oh
It
yeah,
should
you don't have
be
to.
Bridge Street number 2. So yeah,
Okay,
let's
so
see.
you're gonna show us something from Lisbon, from Portugal. A bridge near your house, you said.
Why not? Why not?
Why
It's
not?
actually very nice. Well, it's not that nice as the other one, the red one, like the San Francisco one.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine we would have probably heard about it. Um, let's talk business. How's your video
Thank you.
career going? Have you got any projects?
Well,
Have you done
mine.
any work at all?
Actually, I have one from today, which is from university, which was a teacher that sent me something. So I'm still waiting for the response. I think it's going to be editing something, editing a video, but I don't have the whole information yet.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. In Portugal, so this couple of weeks, I have done my website, which I have it done, a simple one, with all my work, which actually see you saw it. Can you
Mhm.
tell us more
I
about it?
haven't seen it. Is it good, Tio?
Because
Okay.
I didn't send it to you.
Well,
I will.
I
I will.
please do. Oh, that's good. It's keeping active, you know. So things are getting back on track now, slowly.
Kind of.
No?
Kind of. Lisbon is about to get closed again, I suppose, because they open a lot of things and we are having more cases again. And most of the cases are from people of my age. So I'm expecting that in 2, 3 weeks, maybe they will close everything again. Let's see, because the cases in Lisbon are growing up. So I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
Oh, look,
I have a friend
we have your
in.
brother joining our stream as well. Your
Yes,
brother in arms.
Alexandro was going as well. Um,
Good morning, I guess. Alex, how are you?
I have to say I can't really hear you quite loudly.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just very, very quiet.
it's the headphones. Can you take out the headphones? Like just speak normal. And this is the magic of a video call. Everyone.
To eat what? Oh, yeah, yeah, I've picked up a little bit of cooking now in lockdown. Um, and funnily enough, I had like a carton of eggs, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just Googled different recipes and did all kinds of stuff. The best ones were egg banana pancakes. Those are the best ones. But yeah, when you come back, we'll definitely do some cooking or some stuff. When are you back anyway?
No, I didn't left.
When?
I didn't left. I'm not in Romania.
Oh, I thought you were with your brother in Romania at some point.
Oh yeah, but he's here because we are
Ah,
more.
okay.
We are four
Okay.
brothers.
That's good. That's good. Siu has been to the seaside recently. Have you guys thought
Yeah.
about going out much? Maybe enjoying social life a little bit
Oh
more now in
yes,
lockdown?
yes, to the beach, to the beach. Don't you see the difference now? Like I'm not white anymore.
You,
Oh,
ne-
yeah. He
in all
Come
he
on.
means
fairness, you
he
never
means
were that
tanned.
white.
He means
Yeah.
tanned. He
Oh,
means tanned.
believe me, I was,
In the
and I
recent
burned
event,
myself actually last weekend. Last weekend I burned myself.
In the sun.
Yes, I went to the other side to the beaches, and then, bam! In the end of the weekend, it was Saturday. By the end of the day, I was in not a good shape.
yesterday I've been to
And
Portugal
then,
with.
Which one is talking? Alex,
Yeah.
let's hear about your
Alexandra,
project.
go on.
Have you had
No,
any
I
recent projects or anything? Paulo was saying that he just took a project from a lecturer in university. Have you had any kind of like edit work or anything?
no, I'm taking a break to. Actually, I didn't have any project recently because it's hard to make a project like physical, you know. It's impossible, but editing
Yeah, all right, so you're taking a break. That's good.
is better. Actually, it's just to relax a bit and then when
Is
the
your
whole thing.
brother taking a break as well?
Yeah, we all.
Ah, okay,
Thank
so competition is low now. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. All right. Is anyone else joining us here?
I'm just reviewing quite 10 people are actually watching. With one
But no one
person
is
from
asking
YouTube
questions.
and 7 from, but nobody is joining the conversation. Now there is a specific topic.
Anything you would like to discuss, people watching? Any kind of areas in particular you like us to develop on? I don't know. Or maybe you'd like to join us on live, like Paulo and Alex did, and have a face-to-face chat.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
I don't think people are... And as soon as you said that, 7 people left the actual viewing, so
Yeah.
they must have you. Everyone's still probably in bed on Friday.
Maybe I left.
But yeah,
It's my presence then.
but if he's driving and actually talking to us, I swear we're
just
gonna
to
get
point
told
out,
off for that.
he's not holding his phone. He's not looking at his phone. He has headphones on his head. The phone is on a stand, and he's almost like talking to himself. And I'm sure he's paying a lot of attention on the road and being very responsible, as we all know.
Man, I have no one in this road. This is closed roads.
Yeah, so that
These are closed roads.
That's good.
Where I'm going now. I don't think if you remember Alexandru, remember the bridge? The one that we passed, the big one, not the red one, the other one. That we went to our other house. That you went with my dad. Remember?
Yes.
That's the one I'm going. Whee!
The message below.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, just making sure.
No, I think Paul is standing still and just moving the wheel, and the background is changing, but that doesn't.
Yeah, he's in the studio.
Yes, yeah. Green screen, everyone.
Do you actually have a driving license?
Oh wait, this is not. Well, of course I have.
That's a more serious topic. So, a few of my colleagues and our colleagues actually, they are planning to do the year for the next year.
They're planning to do what?
to freeze the year.
Freezing the year.
Oh no. Oh,
To
I
take
mean,
a gap
oh
year.
yes, but oh no, yeah.
Issue because we don't know as film students to freeze it or not, because if something happens again, if an outbreak happens again, I think
Wow, that's. Let me just put out as a topic so we can people see what we're discussing. 1 second.
Yeah, regarding that,
Uh,
I don't know. I guess you can't really force anyone to do anything. But if I were if I were to give an advice, I would say don't take the gap year because it's time lost. And from what I've heard,
Now, it depends. Ah, come on, it depends. Look,
no,
our
no,
course is a practice course. So if you don't have the equipment or something like that, what do you do? Like, ah, shit. Are you go? Wait, just give me a moment.
language.
Are you?
no. The
No,
problem was, um,
go on.
for example, the third year students last year, they only had to submit like the biggest project they have, the uni, the course has, the film production course has, is the FMP. It's like a final major project that you have to make a short film, but they had to do a portfolio, which cannot be compared to actual film. So if we cannot do that as third year, what is the point of actually going for this year because of the outbreak?
true, but I remember because I was, a couple of years ago, I was in uni still. Are you not afraid that if you take a gap year, you might maybe lose the rhythm you're in at the moment, the pace?
I don't think that's a problem. Because theoretically, if you might lose it because of the outbreak as well. Like if, for example, if they said they will limit our equipment use, what does that mean? It's very uncertain, and if you cannot use it to create or to experiment, then the rhythm is already gone. So what's the, if you see where I'm going?
That's a pretty good point. Are you on the same page with this, Paolo?
Yes, yes. Actually, we talked together about this, and other colleagues as well, Johan and stuff.
Most like
Um,
some side. I don't know which
what I'm
accent.
going to do, well, what I'm going to do is like to start buying equipment, um, like, and then train on it. And if I get the gap year, I think I will try to travel to some places, because you can travel with some caution. So it's like, I don't know, still still figuring it out slowly because we never know. But if university will run with online classes, then I will freeze my year. That's the idea. Because I don't see any point of having online classes when our course is almost all of them is practical. Like you have to grab equipment, you have to do something.
But the
So
best example to
I
compare, like the next year that we'll have, is the actual second semester that students had. Like we had to,
exactly. And then you have the final project.
but we
It's
have a
our
project,
major
we have
project.
a project for the second semester that we couldn't do, and
Yeah,
it,
true.
it's like you're paying for,
We already missed one.
yeah, you pay for the whole learning process and stuff, but in the end, what does it come out before? Like there is a degree, yes, of course, but then the practical stuff, the examples that you have done, and if that's lacking, what's the point of anything at all?
What if
Yeah.
what if university decides, again, this is not, I'm just saying that on top of my head, this is not anything official, but what if university decides to deliver lectures online, and then maybe still allow you to use all that equipment as you used to, as freely as before, so the practical work would still be, feasible?
Yeah, that's if they if they do that, it depends, because like they're now thinking of limiting it. So it depends. That's why I'm not deciding yet what to do. I'm waiting for more information. It's a bit uncertain. Everything is uncertain now. That's the problem. Like the
Would you rather prefer that?
That's
Yeah,
actually the problem.
because theoretically the
You have a
advice,
plan A and a plan B. Uh,
the lectures are essential, but
go
it
on.
doesn't require you to be there. Like,
Okay, so not the lecture, the delivery of lectures is not the actual important bit. The important bit is because in your field, in videography and arts and all that, the media side, you need practical work. You need equipment. You need to be there physically.
yeah, but
So
it's not just because in film, it's the whole crew. For example, you can make a for a 5 minutes thing, or you need 12, 50 people, and then what can you do? Or it's only 8 people is allowed, or I don't know. It depends on the regulations. And
okay,
plus, you have time. So even if you have access to everything, you are not you are limited by the nature of the yourself. You cannot even create something complex just because people are like.
yeah,
Imagine if you're shooting interior and the law says, oh, you cannot be more than 8 people or more than a certain amount of people. Then it's already limiting. So that's why the idea of to freeze a year and then come back when everything is kind of normal.
true, true.
It's a
Um,
hard decision to make, but it's early. It's early.
ideally, really the best scenario I think it will be that lectures are delivered online, so the university minimizes the risk of another, of supporting another outbreak, basically, or something like that. Um,
Yeah,
but
but
it would
then
be good if they still
so
allow you to use all that equipment, obviously, yeah, because you need it in your field.
yeah, but sorry to interrupt you there. We have the uni facilities, which are like for the editing, for example. They are very powerful compared to whatever lab. You can have the best laptop, but you need to pay for them. So there are many students who don't have a laptop or who don't have
So
like.
equipment, facilities, basically, it would be good if lectures would be delivered online, but you still need the equipment inside university and the actual computers and edit rooms
Yeah,
and
but
suites.
like for example, the editing suite is I don't know. Let's say if it's 32 to 50 people.
Yeah.
It's again boom limited. They should see things like adapting to this. How do you say adapt? But it's very complicated. So if they want to keep the students, they need to adapt to make social distancing, but instead having the same access to equipment and facilities, but they need to change that. Like they need to change how we get into the room and how we exit, how we meet other people. And if they don't do that, they will lose students. So it's in their interest to change it.
Yeah, true. To
I
be fair,
don't.
I do think it applies to like music sector and all
Yeah,
the other
exactly.
media sectors as well because everyone needs studios.
Or music. Yeah.
Also, for anyone who's seeing my bowl of cookies, these are oat cookies, very healthy. I'll put them down. Um,
But I'm curious what Sierra thinks as well, or if he's as you. I know the
sorry.
time is. I know that the time like wasted in gap year or can be wasted if you take a gap year. But I want to see what Sierra thinks as well. If he's on the same page as you,
Yeah,
or
CEO.
Hey, sorry, my camera. I'm trying to fix up my camera. That's why I have been very active today. I kind of understand where you come from, Alex, because obviously it does feel like it's almost like the money that you're paying for a course, it's not justified, especially when it's so practical and requires so much face-to-face interaction. But I definitely think, like, especially with creative courses, a lot of the work that you guys do is based on your own interaction with everything else and being proactive, really, because I think this is what makes those courses special. So whether or not your academic side of education is being delivered online or face to face, for me personally that doesn't make quite a huge difference. And as someone who at least back then knew what I was aiming at in terms of like what I want to create, or where my career is going, I would have still pursue that path and just follow my projects and do what I wanted to do outside of university. And I think anything else that comes after is just a nice add-on, because the practical stuff that you need to do is something that you end up doing anyway, of your own back. And like the assessments are stuff that are given by university, so you can still do them whether or not somebody tells you
Yeah,
face to
true.
face or online. So I think I agree that I understand the point of why some people would want to freeze their year to just try and get back to the education that they received before. But at the same time, I feel like it's also an easier way to still do your academic side that not a lot of the creative people want. They're like, I personally don't like sitting in a classroom and listening. I want to get my hands on stuff. And then it allows the opportunity for those who are more production focused to just crack on with their work, and anything else that comes after is just a good add-on. And they still can take on that academic knowledge and put it into a practical way. But it's a new way of doing it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's
Yeah,
just different, and some people prefer it or not.
time will tell. Yeah, but for example, like the third year students that were was last year, like they now ended uni, they don't have any final major project to show. So there are many people in in our class that didn't do. I'm not saying that it's not like it's their fault, but like literally they don't really make any experience or any projects that they could show when they finish. So now some people like saw the third year as, oh, like this is the this is the year that I'm gonna make everything, like I'm gonna make it to show something. But the third year students were literally cut off. Like, come on, a production portfolio to make something, or when I hear the word portfolio and it doesn't conclude the real thing, it's uh, it's just it's just a thing of.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
definitely a
now,
tough
no, so
situation.
now I saw third year students like literally left in air, like, and they still have to pay.
Yeah,
So it
it's a tough situation. I don't think there is a right and a wrong answer to that, because like I'm the same. Like if I want to do a portfolio, obviously you do want to add the real thing to it. You don't want to make up something for the sake of saying, "Oh, I've done creative work in a portfolio," and it's so assessed, and here I am. But at the same time, I feel like this new environment, whatever you want to call it, this episode of the coronavirus, I think it allows you to think, okay, fair point. You haven't had the time to produce anything for this time, but it's giving you time to work on other things. So planning your like long term marketing plan, for example, or look at other opportunities that you can kind of tackle on once this whole thing kind of changes and refers to a normal lifestyle. Or you can just try things at home and new techniques. You can learn new skills, or as you're doing it, invest time on your own, like for your well-being, and instead of just focusing on constantly producing. Because I think this is another thing that a lot of creative people do. And again, it's not a bad thing, but I just think we fall into that routine. Once you start producing, you carry on jumping from one project to another, and I feel like this can be a burnout. Being constantly creative and putting your technical skills into something does take a lot of energy and does take a lot of ideas. And I think now is the right time to focus on other things that you wouldn't normally put as part of your routine, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but the burnout is how can I say it? Like that's why we have periods of downtime. Like you have holidays, we have days off. I think the burnout is when when you don't know how to take even 1 hour a day if you take to make something for you. Even look,
But we all work differently though. So like my point was that sometimes you have people that work constantly, and that will burn them out because it takes so much energy. And regardless of how you structure it, I still think it's like dealing with people. The more you do it, the more it takes out of you. And I think creativity, if you do it constantly, like everything else, if you just overdo it, I think it can drain you as well.
yeah, but for the third year students, like they literally didn't do anything. So
Well,
It's
I can't talk. I can't talk on behalf of all third-year students because I think it's just generalizing and really understanding everybody else's
yeah, but it's
background and course.
because you are not receiving any info. Like, let's have a debate. Let's bring up the lecture. Let's bring up who decides what happens for the next year. Like to keep
Wait, I
conversation.
think Pirata wants to say something. Pirata?
We had those weeks full of work, and we are burned as well. Remember, Alexander?
Yeah, but I don't see
Remember
them. Like, because
Exactly. We had that experience, and we don't see it as a bad thing. Actually, we see it as a good thing. Because in the end, you have to be able to handle with those situations, and I think we did it. Uh, so yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with that. Take this time to cool down a little bit. Yeah. Mm.
What if it's nothing temporary? What the actual, as CEO said it in this episode of coronavirus, um, what if this thing would actually last more than anyone anticipated? What if you take a gap year and
Well,
then
in a
you
year they
realize the
say that
social
actually.
distancing was gonna last for another couple of years?
so that's the
Well,
challenge. Like,
yes, some things will continue in the world, of course, until they find something or the virus goes down a little bit. Yeah, you will continue like this. But at least I think in 1 year you have a little bit more freedom, if you know what I mean. Like you can you
because
can
now
have
it's a
more
bit
people in the room, for example. Exactly.
they'll be more prepared with actions to take.
We
Okay,
can't
so
know for sure.
they will learn from this year who remains. Yeah, they might suffer like learning. They will suffer the time that you are spending and the money or. But then when we come, like they will change some things based on the year that passed away. So that's why like let others sacrifice kinda their experience for us to. But that's the problem. If everyone took a gap year, then what happens? Because everyone is entitled to. But some people will say, "Oh, but I'm wasting my time." Yeah, but then we go back to. So if
True.
It depends on what you do in that gap year, don't you think? It's a waste of time, uh, and it depends of what you
I
do
don't think
on that
it's a
time.
waste.
If you don't do anything, of course it's a waste of time. If you do something, then it's not a waste of time. Ah,
I don't think anything is like even staying at home and reflecting what have you done is not a waste of time because you are more conscious. Oh, so where I am right now and what do I need?
Okay,
Because some
just
people say, "Oh, 2020, let's skip 20." No, no, let's not skip 20. Let's actually say what can we take good from this year? Like if you are at home alone and you don't have anything, how like what who are you? Like
yeah,
reflect. Yeah. So this way you are prepared for what will happen. But you know.
true. Also,
So
just quickly to mention, Paulo is showing us the bridge near his home in Lisbon, um, near his house. Not very great quality. Looks nice though.
I will stop.
Anything you can tell us about it, Paulo?
No, no,
It's
no.
just
What I want to say is that Alexandra already passed there, and in the other bridge, he gave me a scare because he was driving, and a Romanian driving in Lisbon, I can tell you is something. So yeah, it's an experience.
I can imagine. I can
um,
imagine.
I'm showing this to see you for him to be like jealous because he was going to come
what
here
you are
this year
what are you
and
saying,
he's at home.
Paulo?
Nah, 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 nah. Well, I can go to better places. Ah, come on. Okay, next time I will bring another plate. Let's
Okay,
do a
competition.
fight.
Competition for the next ketchup.
Competition.
Who is gonna be in the best place? I'm gonna be on top of mountain. See who can beat that.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
All right. Uh,
Yes.
okay. So yeah, talking about what we just said, in case anyone just someone just joined in, we talked about the future of education adapting to the new world. Basically, Alex and Paolo are saying that they are potentially thinking of taking a gap year if the lectures are being delivered online and if the equipment is not made accessible for students, because what they do, they're in the media sector, so they need a lot of equipment and actual face-to-face interaction to do their assignments. Really, um, I don't know what to say about that. I'm actually curious to see if anyone else watching this has any other opinions on that. Is that a thought that do they speak for everyone? Is that a thought that all students think? Um, Let us know in the comment section. That would be really some really good insight actually. Other than that, guys, anything else to say before we wrap it up?
Mm, I can only say that to take the things that are coming to you, to see the good part of the problem, and to not just skip a year, skip time, because time is very essential. Yeah, 2020 may be canceled, how they say, but it's not actually. Speak with your family, speak with your friends, like take the time to reflect on those stuff. That's
Well,
it.
my dad actually agrees on that.
Okay, I won't be. Joshua is saying I won't be deferring myself, but yep, hopefully can go ahead in September. Who knows? A lot of uncertainty.
He's our colleague as well.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, they
okay.
spoke in the group.
It's gonna be
Most of them
interesting having
don't want to.
Philip. But that's why we're doing all these live catch-ups every week, so we can discuss it as it progresses, as it goes on. Hopefully, we'll make it clear, and everyone will be on the same page when it actually, resolves to something.
Yeah, but one thing I would add is if we could have more dialogue with the actual team from Solent or from, to have between
You
the
like to have
students.
more staff. Uh,
Yeah, to speak, because I want to take my decisions based on, not just me having, like, let's work together to a solution. Let's not just, oh, I'm doing that and you're doing that. So to keep,
I think the university might have their own platform of delivering the updates to students, because we can't really say anything official
Can
because
I
it's
just
not
can I
created.
just jump in and say something while we're at it? I'm gonna make a note of that. Maybe it can be a good. We can invite somebody to come and talk to. Even deliver just like a point from the university's perspective. Again, I'm not promising anything, but I'm just thinking it might be worth seeing what I can try and dig out for you guys, or
Just
somebody who is willing to take on some questions from you, or just really something around the conversation of year 3 or 2020.
anything that, it's good.
just bear in mind it would be very hard to find one single person specifically because all these decisions are taken by a board of people. It's
Yeah, and
not.
I think it's across the sector, so it's not something that you know
Yeah,
we personally can influence.
but
Yeah, true.
we'll do our best actually. Maybe next
Okay,
time we'll have a representative.
I've written it down. I was trying to show it to my camera, but then I realized my camera doesn't work. So, and
Yeah,
make
but
sure you kind of spread the word so more people can join as well. Another thing before we go, I was gonna say we are hosting a series of business webinars with Nikki. The tester session is next Tuesday, so for everybody who wants to kind of join in, the
Yeah,
link is already on
join
our
us in on that.
Facebook
Well, Nikki is very
and
good with
YouTube.
business, and
Yeah,
if
and
you ever wondered where do you need to go to start your business, where do you need to start, how do you go about it, what's like the logistics, the documents behind it, everything you need to know,
what
definitely
time?
join in.
let me just put the 1 second. I'll just share those with you. All in the comments. Bear with me.
And also, as a personal note, I'm actually looking forward to this because the legislation in business is slightly different than I'm used to back home in Romania. So I'm actually curious to see how this will go on. As far as I'm
So-
aware, it's easier here compared to Romania, but we'll see.
The other thing I was gonna add, I'm gonna post this. So the initial tester session on Tuesday, Nikki's gonna cover briefly like the methodology, what she's gonna cover within the next 4 classes that she's holding, and obviously she's gonna take on some Q&As and stuff from people who kind of have initial questions regarding the sessions that are coming ahead.
All right.
that can be fine.
Well, I guess this is us for today.
Let me just pause that before I play the outro.
Oh yes, we have an outro.
Okay, so here it is. I'm putting that.
You
In
have
the
an
comment.
intro. I have music. If you
No,
want,
no.
I have music.
No, Paolo, we're good. We're good.
Okay. Thank you very much for everyone
Okay,
for
then.
joining, and see you next
All right.
time.
Thank you guys. Enjoy your weekend and see you next week. Don't forget to join us again next week. See you.
Two.